EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the heart of Spain and the magnificent Santiago Bernabeu in the capital city of Madrid. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Miami Dolphins.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready up. Ready. Ready.
Willis going to throw it right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
The Dolphins at 3-7 now in the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious.
Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
This is White on the screen.
On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 37.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with a rookie.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Out loud looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Willis looking to throw it.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Get it? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18.
Willis backed up to his own goal line.
And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Here's Lane.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
On the 6. Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merritt.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the
Come on,
39-yard line.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Dolphins 0.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A-chan hit and the ball is held. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there, big fumble. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, set. Ready.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders 14. Dolphins 0.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Shot 60, shot 60. Ready.
Willis looking to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Krosky Merritt. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. And this one is right through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
I give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You talk about this Washington defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
The 46-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
17-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Go! Catch the Eagle!
Now Willis to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
35-yard line.
Ready. Panther 60. Traveler. Ready.
Running left, H.M.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
A run straight ahead with H.M.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Hawk 70.
Here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Let's go.
Up the middle, H.M.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
2nd down and 8.
Set. 18 Cardinal.
Again, it's H.M.
And it will surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
He was taken down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Willis looks to pass it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mercedes Lewis from 10 yards out.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Let's go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Back to Krosky-Merritt on 1st down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
To throw is Daniels. And returns it right back to Samuel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Ryland on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
This makes the score Commanders 24, Dolphins 7.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Willis.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Willis.
And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
To throw, here's Willis.
Over the middle, complete. It's Douglas. And he's got this down to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
A quick hitter complete. It's Washington. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the Commanders' 26-yard line.
Rocco 80. 60.
Right back to the air again with Willis. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Back to throw, Willis.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go.
Now Willis. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there's a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they really hit them big, didn't they?
They were hoping for a couple yards of breathing room, but they got a lot more than that.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6.
Let's go.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
They'll run once more with JCM. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The drive begins with a carry by Krosky Merritt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
73 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, come on. 19, 18.
Give to Krosky Merritt.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They go play action. Daniels.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
Just for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show excuse.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So certainly not at all what you're looking for here to start the 3rd quarter. A fumble on their opening drive.
Not at all. You're exactly right about that because this had a chance to be the drive to put everything away. A touchdown here, that might have put everything out of reach for them. They definitely handed out a lifeline to the defense on that play.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Let's go now.
Now H.A. on 1st and 10.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
2nd and 10.
Back. Cougar 19.
Now Willis.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Willis.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Gets around him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Come on. Hey! Mike, 18!
Off the play fake, Daniels. Trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bison.
Here's Daniels.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
De'Ami Brown, 37 yards. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now taking it right down Broadway.
Inside the 10.
And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set them up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Achan is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now Willis to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Willis.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 19, 18.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll complete this one. Okonkwo.
And he's brought down.
A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Here we go.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
Willis looking to throw it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achan.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Down at the 33.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
19, Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. It could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Willis's pass intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now Daniels.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. De'Ami Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. #1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. #2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throw caught by Achane.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go now. Check smash. Check. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Hurt. Riggs.
Here's Willis.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Check that. Street. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Willis will look to pass again here.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Cowboy 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right there. Hurt. Ready.
Willis got to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get it. 19. Cougar 19.
On the deal, Krusky Merritt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And he will find his man, Samuel.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Again, it's Krusky Merritt. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because you...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because this is something I thought would be at the game by now. But sometimes these head coaches and special teams coordinators, they just can't help themselves. It's a fake extra point. But sure enough, it winds up working out for 2 points.
35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, it's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
A gain of 41 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Willis out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Ready.
Back to throw, Willis. He'll dump this off to Achane. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Right back to the air again with Willis. Duggan. And he fouled it. It's on the ground. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
115 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to... And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above.
Come on, come on.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
60 Maverick. Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Tressway now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Willis looking to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Trey Amos.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
License. Let's go now. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington,
they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.